couple of things, and they said you said some people, if they are emotional to their land, if they are alive, that's when they take their land and all that. I mean, what really happened? And
it's an example of orchestration.
Okay, sir.
And evil orchestration, I'll call it. I granted an interview, and the question was, what has government done to solve this farmers' herders crisis? I reeled out what government has done in terms of military, in terms of police, in terms of security. And then I went into the Economic Council, which prescribed that there should be ranches in 5 states, and how some people now came out and said, no, we don't have land. We won't give land for ranching. And then I said, why were people opposing ranching with so much venom? Is it that they don't want this problem to be solved? Then I added, well, this is a coalition of the willing. If you don't have land truly, no problem. But if you have land, please give it for peace in the country. And then the interviewer said, oh, should they even give out land when they have emotional attachment to their land, to their ancestral land? And I said, between being alive and claiming emotional attachment to land, which one is better? And those who then slanted what I said, they forgot the earlier part where I said, if you don't have land, there's no problem. They just took that small part and they began to share it. Just because they wanted to generate hate. They wanted to generate odium, opprobrium against me. Well, because I knew what I said, I didn't say a word in response.
Oh, you didn't even reply?
Not a word.
Because a lot of us were disturbed.
Not a word.
Because it was
they
viral.
Shouted and shouted and shouted till they almost lost their voices. And when they were tired, they kept quiet.
The state government or the governors can actually give lands for ranches, but is the federal government also concerned about the kind of consultations that may have gone on between the state government and the people living in those communities who have ancestral attachment to those plot of lands?
Ancestral attachment? You can only have attachment when you are alive. If you are talking of ancestral attachment, if you are dead, what does the attachment matter? What does it matter again? The National Economic Council that recommended ranching went around those states. It didn't just legislate it, there were consultations. So, if a state does not have land genuinely, it's understood. Not every state will have ranches. You don't have to have ranches in 36 states. So, if there's no land genuinely, fine. But where you have land and you can do something, please do for peace. What will the land be used for if those who own it are dead at the end of the day? It's better, like somebody has said before, it's better to live on the land than to be under the land.
Under the land.
All right, good to have you back here again sometime soon. Thanks so much.
Something better.